I am here today to provide an update into the investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct in the 10th District against members of the migrant community by various Chicago Police Department members. There has been an unprecedented amount of media attention and public scrutiny surrounding these allegations, which warrants an open and transparent communication from COPA about the current state of our investigation. And with that, I'm prepared to lay out the timeline of events and facts as we currently know them. On the evening of Thursday, July 6, 2023, COPA received information regarding an allegation of sexual misconduct involving at least one officer assigned to the 10th District of the Chicago Police Department. The allegation identified a specific officer, accused him of sexual contact with an unidentified underage female migrant, and indicated that several other unidentified officers from the 10th District may have also engaged in similar misconduct. Upon receiving this information, COPA staff assigned to our Special Victims Unit reached out to CPD's Bureau of Internal Affairs, BIA, to inquire whether they had an open investigation into this matter or were otherwise aware of these allegations. The source of the initial allegation was unknown, but the information appeared to be circulating amongst various CPD and Office of Emergency Management and Communication, or OEMC, employees. Later that evening, on July 6th, 2 log numbers were generated for this incident. Log numbers are the unique tracking numbers assigned to all open investigations into CPD misconduct. One log number was for COPA's administrative investigation, and the other was for BIA's potential criminal investigation should a victim of sexual assault be identified. Since receiving notification of this allegation, COPA has been working to substantiate whether these allegations in fact occurred, as well as to identify the source of the initial allegation. This investigation remains open and ongoing, but I can confirm that to date, we have not identified any migrants claiming to be the victim of sexual assault or any form of sexual misconduct by CPD members. Given the severity of this allegation, COPA has allocated significant resources to the investigation of this incident. COPA's investigation, which is being led by our Special Victims Squad, has included a total of 10 investigators, 2 supervising investigators, 1 director of investigations, and 2 deputy chief administrators. Many of these staff have expertise in sexual misconduct investigations, and many are fluent in Spanish. Additionally, COPA has worked with staff from the Department of Family Support Services, DFSS, OEMC, CPD, and various community advocates and aid providers to obtain detailed information about migrant housing, tracking, and identifying information. COPA's investigative efforts have included canvassing 14 migrant shelters, direct outreach to members of the migrant community, both in person and via text messages sent by community groups who have ongoing relationships with the migrant community, as well as conversations and interviews with any individuals who have been identified or come forward as potentially having information about these allegations. The scope of our investigative efforts has been broad and has also resulted in a small number of additional complaints involving migrants, including one other allegation of unidentified officers engaging in sexual misconduct involving an unknown migrant in the 19th District. Similar to the allegations regarding the 10th District, COPA has been working to substantiate whether these allegations in fact occurred and to identify any potential victims. Throughout the course of this investigation, COPA has provided regular updates to BIA, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, and the FBI regarding the status of our investigation. Having set forth the timeline of events and the facts as we currently know them, I'd also like to take this opportunity to further explain COPA's role in the investigative process. COPA is the independent civilian agency that conducts administrative investigations into allegations of police misconduct that fall within our jurisdiction. Although we are not sworn law enforcement officers and do not conduct criminal investigations, we do work closely with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, CPD's Bureau of Internal Affairs, and at times the FBI and Department of Justice when incidents under our jurisdiction include potential criminal conduct. COPA has express jurisdiction over administrative sexual misconduct investigations, which is a requirement of the federal consent decree. Sexual misconduct, as defined by our ordinance and the consent decree, includes any and all acts of unwanted sexual behavior, such as sexual advances, harassment, and up to and including acts of penetrative sexual assault. COPA takes our responsibility to handle these sensitive investigations extremely seriously. Our dedication to this issue is demonstrated by the establishment of our Special Victims Squad. This team of investigative staff members have significant experience conducting sexual misconduct investigations, criminal prosecution of sex crimes, and advocacy on behalf of survivors of sexual violence. These investigators have received extensive training from local and national experts in the field, including trauma-informed interview techniques. And COPA also maintains a strong relationship with a broader gender-based violence advocacy community here in Chicago. When an allegation of sexual misconduct includes potential criminal acts, there are parallel criminal and administrative investigations in which COPA's Special Victims Squad works directly with CPD's BIA and the Cook County State's Attorney's Office to conduct joint interviews and to share initial information. This interagency cooperation has been occurring since 2019 and is formalized through a memorandum of understanding between our respective agencies. These partnerships enable us to deliver a victim-centered approach to these investigations while still ensuring COPA's ability to conduct independent investigations and reach factual conclusions based solely on the burden of proof and applicable rules and directives that govern administrative investigations. COPA's findings and recommendations and these and all other investigations are made independently and irrespective of external influence. This principle of independent parallel investigations is also a requirement under the city's consent decree and its various obligations. Under any circumstance, sexual misconduct investigations are complex and sensitive undertakings. There can be profound and sometimes impenetrable barriers which prevent survivors of sexual misconduct from reporting their experiences or participating in our systems of justice. These barriers are often magnified when an act of sexual misconduct is perpetrated by a person in a position of trust, such as a police officer. Because of these challenges, we will continue to take seriously any such allegation and continue to conduct thorough and comprehensive investigations into all such matters. With respect to these allegations involving our migrant community, our investigation remains ongoing, and we ask for the public's patience and participation. If you have any information regarding this or other incidents, please contact our agency. And with that, I will take any questions.
So can we just finish